What's up, everybody? My name's Josh, and over here in the driver's seat, we have Mr. Aaron-Ace Allison.
What's up?
And we are doing I guess I called it a diner dash earlier.
Yeah.
Is that what we ended up calling it before?
I guess so. We're in the car.
Yeah.
If that's trademarked, then we didn't say it.
No. Anyway, we decided to do a live and hang out. We haven't hung out since the last live when we played the game, so.
Yeah, and we haven't hung out in a car in forever.
No.
It's been a while since we've done a road trip.
Yeah.
The last couple of episodes have been all call-ins.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I just figured out that these sunglasses are mostly show because they don't block the sun almost at all.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm thinking it's like something like -8 polarization.
Yeah.
They're almost see-through.
It actually increases the sun.
Yeah. It just like focuses it on my eye because it reflects it off the back. Like right now, the sun is behind us, well, to the left, and it's shining on the inside of my glasses.
Oh, gosh.
And bouncing into my eye. So it's almost better to just have them off.
Yeah. These are transitional, and like they'll get dark outside, but when you go inside, they stay dark for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm walking in like
literally blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. So, what has everybody been up to this week? I hope this week has been a little less crazy compared to the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. For me, it seems like it's kind of slowed down. We've had a couple things happen, but we'll survive.
What time is it?
It is 4:37.
So, what is everybody eating for dinner? Because I just ate an amazing baked potato.
Oh gosh, that sounds good.
And it was heavenly. And made it in the air fryer, which I don't think I'll ever go back to cooking them in the oven now.
Amazing
baked potato.
Let me turn the volume up.
Josh is replaying our greatest hits right now.
Yeah. That one time from 10 minutes ago.
So, has anybody listened to the new episode that we dropped? Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was late yesterday, but it was yesterday, so.
Kyle Beckner.
Yeah.
He's pretty awesome. I think that was, I mean, it's not my favorite podcast. Like, I say that every time. I shouldn't say that anymore. It was a lot of fun because it was kind of like a palate cleanser from all the week.
Well, that and like, I don't know. It's good to, I don't know. Most of ours are just average people who've made it and everything. And this guy, he's actually worked a lot harder than most to make it.
Yeah. He went backwards and then had to go
frontwards,
Yeah, like all the further forward than he should have had to.
Yeah.
Because of some life decisions. And that was pretty cool. It was just cool to see that no matter what happens, no matter how far away you get from your goals, you can always make them up if you work hard enough and time's on your side, I guess.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, everybody that's watching has probably had a bad experience where, you should have been dead and now you have, another opportunity. Every day is a new opportunity.
Absolutely.
So, I definitely felt like it connected with me.
Yeah. It definitely hit home with me for reasons,
Yeah. And by the grace of God, there go I kind of thing.
Yeah.
I could have been an alcoholic and stuck. But luckily I've, had some lucky breaks and some people that wouldn't let me fall.
Yeah.
And kind of pulled me up out of it.
Yeah.
So, but on a less serious note, I feel like our last live was a lot of fun. We got a comment that said that the game was a blast.
Yeah, it was. I loved it.
And so,
we had the DeGraff and Reeds helping us.
Yeah. Can't wait to have her on the official episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a book giveaway of hers. She's written 2 books currently, I think, unless she's written one since we talked.
Yeah.
But, Maddie's awesome.
Yeah, she is.
She's a very positive person, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
It seems to be kind of contagious when you talk to her.
Yeah.
She's very, enthusiastic about what she does. So we're headed to Norman. What's everybody doing this evening? Can't really. What's up, James? How's it going, buddy?
Is that your cousin?
Yeah.
Cool. No comments as of yet.
He's slightly cooler than me.
Slightly cooler than you. He plays guitar, so
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he has
That automatically makes him cooler. I can play guitar, just not well. No, I'm one of those people that I get really passionate about what I do.
Yeah.
But then I do it, that I get consumed with it,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I'll burn out.
Yeah.
And then I won't touch it for another 6 months.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to like build your skills when you do something for, 3 months straight and then drop it for 6 months.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think if I just sat down and kind of spaced it out a little bit better,
Yeah.
I think I would just continually,
Yeah.
become what I want to be.
Yeah. I tried to learn guitar, and I was playing that, I guess, Jason Moran song, I'm Yours. And, like, they had to do like a weird thing with the hand, and I was like, I can't do that. I give up. No, I shouldn't have given up, but I gave up pretty easy.
Yeah, did you use the Musician app?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Jennifer?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
James is having a bourbon. We'll have one for me too, buddy.
Yeah.
I would love to have one tonight.
Yeah.
I had a glass of wine a couple nights ago, and
Yeah.
it was freaking delicious.
Yeah. And I'm drinking heavy over here.
He's gonna have to pee really bad. Well, the cool thing about bottles is after you empty them, fill
You
them
can
back up.
reel them right back up.
Make it sound like I won't let you out of the car. Yeah, Josh has been here since our last road trip.
Yeah. It's been a long 6 months.
So, yeah, I would love to do part 2 and do chapter 2 of that game that we played.
Yeah, absolutely.
The, what was it? The Name Your Own Adventure?
Yeah. I forget
Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yeah, Choose Your Own Adventure.
The
It
board
was,
game. And it was, what was it? It wasn't the Monster House.
No.
House of Madness.
House of Madness.
Yeah, it was
I was
definitely
about to say Danger.
Yeah, it was definitely madness.
Yeah. Yes, sir, James. We sure will.
We stay safe.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Hey, safety is our middle name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely not chaos.
No, not at all.
Yeah, we have about 30-minute drive to where we go to work, and it's not too bad. It's mostly just interstate, and in Oklahoma it's kind of boring because there's no other cars usually unless
Yeah.
you just have road construction,
Yeah.
which I think we're coming upon now.
I don't think I've ever seen no road construction on the interstate.
I don't think it's ever existed
No.
that way. Like,
I mean, they're just constantly working on it.
well, it's like, and I'm not dissing them. I know cost effective and stuff, but
Yeah.
when you're working on the road and you put down certain materials that don't last for very long,
Yeah.
and then thousands and thousands of cars drive over, it automatically,
Yeah. I'll give you that.
as soon as you get done with one patch and you go to another, that patch gets torn back up.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of times there's not a concrete base, especially in parts where there's fault lines.
Yeah.
And you can definitely feel them when you pop over them.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters how many times they spread them out. It's always going to be, that little jump on
Yeah.
the interstate. So, we got some fun games planned for the next couple lives.
I'm excited.
I think we have 3 games, and they're all planned out and ready to go. So, we have one that we asked you guys some surveys, and our wonderful Miss Allie.
I thought of an idea for that too.
Yeah.
We need to get that world's hottest chip. I know I hate springing it on you on live, but we need to get that world's hottest chip. Pop that before we do the questions.
Oh yeah, so it
like,
makes it harder.
Yeah.
It's like put those what are they called? Clothespins on your eyelids.
Oh God.
No, but the wonderful Miss Allie
Yeah.
She has been hard at work getting everybody's surveys together and averaging them out and finding, you know, what the most popular answers are.
Allie's a rock star. We couldn't do this without her.
No, definitely wouldn't want to.
No.
Yeah, can you imagine if we were in control?
Man. This year's already a dumpster fire. Can you imagine?
Yeah, we chose to have a podcast on one of the worst years of our lives.
Yeah. But it seems like if we'd done it any other year, it wouldn't have gone as good as it has been.
Yeah, it's all kind of falling into place, I think.
Yeah.
Can everybody hear us okay?
Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
Hit F in the chat for Josh.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying he's going to die. I'm not saying he's not going to die today.
Yeah, pay your final respects, I guess.
Yeah, we're going to invest in a capture card so we can make our YouTube videos and our gaming sessions a little more fun and more professional than me just pointing my camera at the TV.
Yeah.
It's fun for us, but I don't think it's much fun to watch.
But I mean, that shows growth.
Yeah.
That shows a lot of growth in our podcast.
Yeah, we've definitely, because like even now having the recording software that we have now, for anybody that's interested, OBS is definitely awesome. It's free, and it pretty much does everything that we needed to. I don't know about stuff like more in-depth editing, but yeah, it works out for streaming and recording and everything.
Yeah.
So does anybody have any questions? Anybody doing anything fun today? If not, we'll just talk. That's all we're good at.
Yeah. We got 6 watching us right now. On mine.
Yeah, Josh said that if anybody answers or asks a question, he'll buy them a beer. We're bringing it back.
Oh, no.
Bringing it back. How long ago was that? That was OU's first game.
Yeah.
Or second game.
We were in Pumpkins. You were talking about me buying beers for everybody.
Yeah.
The funny thing is like my dad showed up that game, and like he didn't notice us sitting facing the TV, so he sat like at our, what would you call that? Our 7,
like adjacent to us.
Yeah, 7 o'clock maybe. And I was trying to get Aaron to let me get Dad to pay for it without Dad knowing.
Basically, just being like, "Hey, he's got the bill," and then running out the door.
Yeah, exactly.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, but Aaron's a stand-up guy. Aaron didn't want to do it, so
yeah. And I don't want to also get throw punched next time I walk by past your dad and don't notice him. Yeah, like not even recognize him, and he just sucker punched me.
Yeah.
Because you would think it was funny.
Yeah, I think
Not
it's
me
hilarious.
as I'm gasping for air.
But Dad wouldn't do that to you.
So everybody needs to check out our YouTube channel. We put all of our lives on there afterwards.
Yeah.
Or most of them, at least. I don't know if all of them were there, but yeah, most of them.
What's up, Allie?
And so we have a YouTube channel. If you go subscribe, you go and hit the notification bell. All of our stuff will pop up.
Yeah.
And every time we put a new video on there, we're trying to do like some vlogs and us going places, and eventually we're gonna do some movie reviews. We've got one of them already recorded. I just have to splice it all together.
This guy, he fine tunes everything, so it's gonna be a great video when it comes out.
It takes 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. OCD is a disease.
That's funny.
See?
For those of you who didn't realize what I did just now, I leaned the seat back so I could hide in the shade.
Josh just broke the chair and fell backwards. So, if you'd like to jump on with us and talk, that'd be cool too. We've done that before. It turned out pretty fun every time.
Absolutely.
We've had Kyle on.
We've had Allie on. We've had Sean
of Bad Year.
Anyone else? I can't think of anyone.
I think that's the only 3.
Yeah.
I think we've had Sean twice.
Yeah.
And then Allie and then Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Allie.
Yeah.
She just posted the link to our YouTube channel. And then, also, Allie, if you want to post the Patreon link, y'all can check that out too. We've got some really awesome hats in our Etsy store. I don't even remember the address for the Etsy store.
I can't remember off the top of my head. We've got hats and we got mugs. You've seen the mug. Aaron's mug is in the back of the studio. The blue mug that's over my shoulder or his shoulder.
And they're basically like this, except for they say diner discussions and they're not 3D. It's just, what do you call that, embroidered?
Yeah.
It's embroidered across the front.
Yeah.
We have pictures of them, and we'll post them again on our Facebook.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're awesome. I can't wait to get one.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like douchey.
That guy.
Yeah, I didn't want to be douchey and like go and be the first person to buy them.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh yeah, I'm
Tell
wearing
you
my
what,
own merch.
If you're the first, 10 people to buy the hat, we'll sign them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll sign them on the inside because we don't want to ruin that sexy diner discussion logo.
That swagger.
Yeah. It is proven fact that as soon as you buy a diner discussion hat, your charisma and sexiness goes up 1 point. So if you're 5, you become a 6. If you're a 7, you become an 8. It's just science, man.
Yeah. Can you hear us now, Allie? She said she couldn't hear us.
Can't hear us at all? What the heck? We even have the air conditioner off. Remember when we almost burned alive for content that time?
Yeah. What's up, Dustin Mooney? I used to work with Dustin over at Walmart.
Turn your volume up and see if you can hear it.
Yeah.
Allie, it's your phone.
Yeah.
If you can hear us,
give us a heart if you can hear us.
I was gonna say bacon, but yeah, that works too.
Bacon works.
Oh, hey, you want to show them? Do you have that handy? That mask?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Josh found us our new mascot, by the way.
So
we expect you to have one too.
Every once in a while, I'll get a magazine from Archie McPhee. And this year...
hashtag future sponsor.
Yeah, future sponsor. Whoa, man, that'd be a cool future sponsor.
I'm not trying to...
Aaron's trying to kiss me in the ear.
Hashtag Coke sponsor.
So, right there.
Wait, that's not like cocaine. Coca-Cola.
That's going to be our future sponsor right there. Or our future mascot.
Yeah. And Allie will be our model. And she'll have pictures available on Facebook.
Facebook and YouTube. And
so everyone can purchase one.
And the Instagram and the...
Yeah. You'll just go to that website and with our link and type in diner and you'll get 5% off. It's like type in diner and you'll get an error message.
you'll get an extra 5% added to your bill. So
yeah, most likely.
I'll tell you what, it's been a long time. Like since I've left Pauls Valley, I just did a road trip. We went and we did the Smoky Joe's thing the other day, but it's
been a minute too.
Yeah, it's just been from my house there and back.
Yeah.
So feels good.
Unfortunately, I'm in Norman like every day. I've been going to Common Space a lot.
Yeah.
Shout out Common Space Board Game Cafe.
Yeah.
They hooked me. My family has been gaming like crazy because, well, during the week of the election, it was like, you know, we didn't want to go out into the crazy, so we just kind of stayed home and played board games. And they have a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah.
And so we played Ink and Gold. We played Marvel United.
We need to play that Back to the Future game.
Yeah. I have it on the table in the studio.
Yeah.
And then what else? We had Draftosaurus. It's where you draft different dinosaurs into your park, and you're building like a Jurassic Park type park.
Huh.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
All the basic simple games because you know my kids are two of them are younger.
Yeah.
But it's Marvel United was a Kickstarter game, and we ordered it on Kickstarter, and then it's not supposed to come out for a while. So then all of a sudden I got a message from a buddy saying, hey, they're at Walmart. And I'm like, what? And it's just a base copy.
Yeah.
But we went and picked them up and canceled our order on Kickstarter.
I'll tell you what, those Kickstarter businesses are kind of having trouble. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but those lights on my wheels, whenever I go, they'll turn on.
Yeah.
Those are from Monkey Electric.
Yeah.
That company had to shut down. They're selling the last bit of their stock, and then they're shutting down.
Why? You know?
All this Corona stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Less people out riding, and then can't.
Well, I mean, the board game Kickstarters are blowing up.
Yeah.
They're making millions of dollars on their like $400,000 requests, stuff like that. A lot of people are gaming that's never gamed before. I've noticed, a lot of people, like every time I go to buy a freaking game online, it's like 2 copies left, and usually it's like 50,
Yeah.
So I mean, it's definitely brought families back, or some families back together. There's always exceptions and everything.
Yeah.
I know. Another thing we've been doing is gaming as a family. We've been breaking out the PlayStation. I got the PlayStation 4 controller working again. We had it. It was tracking just like our freaking other. I'm thinking my house is too dusty because I had 5 different controllers. I had 4 Switch controllers and 1 PlayStation 4 controller.
Yeah.
And they all track. Like you'll be standing there you'll be standing there and your character is looking straight, and it'll slowly start looking up, straight up, and you're not touching anything. Which, on some games like Super Mario Odyssey, can kill you because you'll run off a cliff and stuff, and it's terrible. So I mean, it's almost unplayable.
Yeah.
And so I noticed that Nintendo said that they would take your controllers back for free and fix them, kind of like a recall.
Yeah.
But I just haven't. I haven't had the chance to look it up and send them.
You also don't want to be without controllers.
Yeah, but I mean, right now they're unplayable, so it's almost. But then my PlayStation 5 controller, I blew it out real good with the air can, and it seems to be working good. On third person, it's awesome. Like Days Gone is what I've been playing a lot of lately. It's perfect. But on first-person shooters, it still does the track thing where it looks up at the sky, which I don't understand why it don't on other games like football. In it, Madden 20, it works perfect. So I don't know.
That's weird.
So maybe it just like there's no tracking that it can do on those games, or it's not as bad because you're always looking ahead. I don't know, but it's definitely an enigma.
Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, so that's kind of what we've been doing. I've just been playing Days Gone. I love that game. Have you ever played it?
No, not yet.
It's kind of like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
But the zombies are not really. I mean, they're kind of zombies, but they're called freakers.
Huh.
And then they've got like cult members called Rippers.
Huh.
And then you've got like raiders.
Yeah.
And stuff, and you're a biker gang guy, like a guy that's been a motorcycle club, and him and his motorcycle buddy are trying to just survive, and your wife died, and so it's like you're fighting to remember her memory and stuff. It's pretty awesome. But right now there's just like maybe 10 of these freakers out and about, like at one time in one area, but eventually there's hundreds, and you have to like run from this giant horde and like try to shoot them as you run, and it's crazy. And there's challenges where you can do that, where it's like 1,000 freakers, and you're like, there's a course that you can run through, and you're trying to shoot them as you. It's insane.
Yeah.
What's for dinner?
Okay, I can't stay out of trouble. That's my middle name.
I ate a baked potato, and I have 2 sandwiches in the back.
I had one of them Arby's Thanksgiving sandwiches. I don't know what it's really called, but those things are the best thing ever. They have like the turkey and all that kind of stuff.
Pumpkin pie in the middle, everything.
Yeah.
It's just
cranberry sauce. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious. I love it.
That's hilarious. Pumpkin and pecan pie as filling. That would be kind of intense.
Yeah.
One time I watched this. It was a skit with the with the Thanksgiving meal, and it's like, you know, you got leftovers, no problem, and it shows them blending them in a blender and then like put them in a milkshake type thing. It's like, oh my god.
I love Thanksgiving, but I don't think I love it that much.
No. I haven't even really done any pumpkin spice this year.
Really?
Yeah. So Ashley Haney, she's gonna freak out because usually I always annoy her with all my pumpkin spice stuff. She hates it.
Yeah.
So I always send her memes. There's like a mayonnaise pumpkin spice. Like, I don't know if it's real, but it's a picture, and I'm like, hey, look, even I can't handle that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother level of basic right there.
I don't think that's even basic. I think that's more like brain dead.
Oh god.
Like when you have no taste buds. Because I mean, mayonnaise. Okay, so I'm one of those guys that I will slather mayonnaise on my sandwich.
Yeah.
Right? But eating mayonnaise by itself makes me gag. Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Are you mayonnaise or are you Miracle Whip?
Oh, Miracle Whip.
Yeah, I can do that.
Hey now.
Was that mine?
Yeah,
Sorry.
your Mountain Dew's under the gas pedal.
Oh no.
I was like, wait, I can't push it down. Pumpkin spice is delicious. I freaking love it. I can't get enough.
Yeah.
This year, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if it's because I haven't really seen it. It's been like a weird year. It doesn't feel like it's getting close to Thanksgiving.
No.
So maybe that's why. But
yeah.
we did buy a pumpkin pie. It's in our freezer.
I've had pumpkin pie a couple times. I went to Pumpkins yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And I had pumpkin pie there.
So, Fields pie, I think, is hands down the best. Oh, I guess I should have went. The best pecan pie around, I think.
Well, yeah.
I mean, other than like homemade, obviously, because you know you can't. But I think we talked about this before. But I prefer cold over hot.
Yeah.
And that's so weird to people, but until you had it, it's just.
Well, it congeals.
Yeah, it's like a glazy type thing. I don't know. Maybe we're just brain dead.
No, I agree with you.
Eating my turkey and cranberries.
Bye, guys. Eating my turkey and cranberries.
Yeah, so.
See you later, Kay.
Enjoy it because I don't. Thanksgiving's going to be so weird for a lot of families.
Yeah, ours, both sides of my family have canceled it. It's not happening.
Yeah, and I think my dad's not having it this year.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to get Jennifer's sweet potato crunch stuff. It's like she puts pecans and marshmallows and stuff on it. It's really good. I always have like, you know, a healthy helping of like 8 scoops every day.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of like I told someone, I said, you know, there's no sense in starting a diet right now.
Yeah.
Wait till after the first of the year because you have Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I don't eat a lot for Christmas.
Really?
Surprisingly, yeah. Thanksgiving, well, okay, so I was never allowed to enjoy Thanksgiving. I think I've told you this before. But because of basketball, we had practice the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I never participated in Black Friday. I never participated in eating because I didn't want to throw up.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Coach Terrell would run us into the ground that day. And it was almost like he was punishing us for eating.
Yeah.
So I would wait until a couple days and just kind of like eat just a little, like a sampling of each thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never pigged out until after college.
Golly.
But yeah, we bought everything to make green bean casserole, which is like my favorite thing to make and eat. And then we bought pumpkin pie, and I don't believe we bought crescent rolls, but I think we're going to.
Yeah. My mom cooks for like an army, like an absolute army.
Yeah.
Like, if there's one thing I like a certain way, she'll cook it that way. And then if Caleb or Colt likes it another way, she'll cook it that other way too, you know?
Yeah. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going to... We're back. Yeah, what's something weird, and I'm not weird, but like something like on the standard list that you have as a family that other people might think is like not a standard Thanksgiving meal? I'm trying to think. My grandma always makes like chicken strips.
Yeah. Shrimp on the holiday, but it was really, really good too.
Yeah. My grandma makes like, she always makes cinnamon rolls for breakfast that day.
Yeah.
And then usually like everything's normal at that house, but I think every once in a while she'll make like chicken strips for the kids that don't want turkey.
Yeah.
And so that's just a little odd.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I love turkey.
Did you ever have Thanksgiving feast with your social studies teacher?
What?
I never had Thanksgiving with Miss Day, I don't think.
I guess yours is a little bit faster than mine.
But I tell you what, I saw Miss Day. It's been like, it was before COVID like hit, so it had to have been, like
it's been
February or so. But yeah, I saw her and I couldn't get to her. She was too far away. By the time I walked up there, she had already gotten her car and took off. But yeah, that was the first time I'd seen her in years, I think.
Yeah. I don't think I had her in school.
She was one of my favorite teachers, and I don't just say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because for one, she put up with us.
Yeah.
and I mean that in like the best way, because in 4-H we had it was me, Jordan Terrell, Josh Chapman, Quentin Ferguson.
Oh gosh.
And Joshua Terrell.
Yeah.
And Hope Kluver.
Yeah.
And I don't hope I'm not leaving anybody. I think Jordan Wright was in there too. But that group of guys were like the honoriest kids in our class, besides like Casey or whatever, or Matt and Gavin. But so,
which is kind of funny because Casey's like on the straight and narrow now.
Yeah. Oh well, he's always been honoring. Like if you look at his posts and stuff, you can tell he's
got a little bit of honor.
Oh, he's one of the funniest. It's so deceiving because he seems like he'll wear like a tie and everything, and you're like, okay, he's like straight. Like he's not. He's very stuck up looking.
Yeah.
Like when you first see him, if you've never met him, and then all of a sudden he's over there cracking jokes, and you're hee-hawing, like almost crying, laughing, and you're just like, how is this man so funny? But anyways, she put up with us. We went to Kansas City, learned so much, learned how to tie my own tie. I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
That was a weird thing. But
I still get the short end, the skinny end. I get that wrong all the time.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Sorry. The medieval feast.
We did that. I was in Miss Johnson's class. There was Miss Johnson and I forget who the other teacher was.
Miss Wheeler was there when I was there.
Yeah, maybe Miss Wheeler.
Yeah, because it was in that building. It was Miss Johnson, Miss Wheeler, and then originally I think my mom was over there. And Miss Keller. Yeah. And I think they moved over to the 4th grade building. And then I think it's all different now. But, we, when we went to Kansas City, we all look like the Beatles. Like, I'll show you a picture. Like, all of our hair is, like, way down here.
Yeah.
And so, we don't look like we're kids from the, it's like early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was, it looked like we were all from the 70s.
That's funny.
Well, we were rebelling against Coach Terrell because we had to be clean shaven and short hair. Yeah. So it wasn't basketball season, so we grew all our hair out, And I think me and Josh, like, all of us have beards. Yeah. So it's hilarious. So Coach Terrell is responsible for the way we look. At least, facial hair. He didn't make me fat. But yeah, Miss Day is incredible. Every time I see her, she's one of those teachers that you want to write a letter back to. Yeah. I've actually made a list, and I told Megan I'm going to do one a month, and just not just teachers, but people that have helped me out through life, and write a letter to them, just saying thank you. Yeah. Because how many times do people, like, the last time you talk good about them is when they're at their funeral. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, well, that's great and all, but that person would have loved to hear half of the good stuff you're saying about them. Absolutely. So, I think that would be cool. I got my letter from my senior year back, I guess it was last year, and I cried.
Did you really?
Yeah. Well, it says, I hope my grandparents are still alive. And that my grandpa had just died like a couple months before that. Yeah. So, it was rough, but it was like, here's $1, buy you something nice. Yeah. It was $1 from 2009. But it's been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, as far as, like, looking back on stuff like that. I think this podcast is cool because I get to be nostalgic, but, you know, like, remembering things and learning things.
I think it's neat because, like, it gives us both a different perspective on everything. Like, there's nothing that someone hasn't experienced that we won't have on the show.
Yeah. And it's funny because a lot of times, like, we're kind of, you know, the same, but there's certain times that we're polar opposites on something. And then we have that guest on, and then we kind of all gravitate towards the middle. Yeah. At the end, we're like, oh, okay, well, maybe we were completely wrong about that, but okay. So that's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, we've learned. I know I've become a better person. I guarantee you, if I listen to the first 3 episodes now, or well, not the 3 because we were just really talking about Paul's Valley.
Yeah,
but
dropping names like
first and last,
like we're trying to get into a club or something.
Yeah. But if I listen to the first 3 guests, where I was mentally back then, even then, you know, not too long ago, I feel like I've changed. And there's things I probably wouldn't have said that I said, or would have said that it didn't say.
Yeah.
So, it's probably pretty cringy. But yeah, we learned as we go. It's just like editing. This last episode, I learned how to do this thing. It's mute the background.
Really?
And so if you go back, you can't hear our tapping and stuff in the studio as much.
Could you hear that one thing that we were worried about hearing?
I cut it out, I think. Okay. I mean, I'm 9%, unless it's like in there somewhere else and I didn't hear it. But I didn't have my fancy headphones on.
For those of you who want to know what we're talking about, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you'll never know.
You'll never know.
Now you'll always wonder what you didn't hear. No, but the first, I think, 5 episodes we didn't edit.
No, not at all. We just
uploaded them.
Straight up copy paste.
I mean, we may have like cut something out that they told us to, but I think that was it.
Yeah.
And then once I think we didn't, and I forgot, and it's still up, and I probably should go back and do it.
Yeah.
I hope she doesn't hate me.
There's
she or he.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to.
There's one where one of the people said, "Don't mention this part or cut this part out."
Yeah. Well, there's one that said it jokingly too, though.
Yeah.
And so it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to be an editor. Especially like. I hate hearing myself, so I hate hearing my voice.
Yeah.
So I always feel like I have to listen to each section like 10 times. So like a 2-second conversation piece will be listened to over and over until it's perfect.
Yeah.
Or at least until it's as good as I can get it with the stuff and knowledge I have.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like every episode I learned something that I should have done in the last episode, but I don't want to be a George Lucas and go back and fix all of my stuff and it not be what people like.
We're going to have 3D sound in our first 3 episodes by the time he's done.
Oh, it'll all be like, it'll be deep fakes. And it'll just be like our face posted on like buff bodies talking the whole time. And then there'll be 3D animated aliens dancing in the background.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
That add nothing to the movie. I mean, podcast.
Don't sue us, George Lucas, but your remakes of Star Wars sucked.
I think we got into that conversation before about how, like, it depends on when you were born.
Yeah.
As to what your Star Wars is.
Yeah. It's
just like Star Trek or anything. I'm sure there's people out there that love Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skulls like movie. I guarantee there's at least 100 people in the world that are like, that's my favorite movie.
Yeah, the rest of them are crap.
Or they haven't ever seen the rest of them.
Yeah.
You know, there's a guy out there that's like, he watched it in theaters and that was as far as he ever got.
Yeah.
Because his wife made him go.
Yeah.
And he's just chilling.
I was watching Adam Savage the other day, and he was talking about Indiana Jones, and he said, the only Indiana Jones movie I like is the very first one. The rest of them don't count because they're too cartoony.
See, I was raised with the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
So when I think of Indiana Jones, that's what I think of.
Yeah.
It was terrifying And the thing that cracked me up though is like he, you know, when they're in that pit and there's all the bugs, and she's like crying and she's like, I don't want to do it. And he's like, I'm dying here. We will die, you know. And his hat's getting squished. Like, there's so much. It's like straight faced, like deadpan comedy that absolutely. I love about freaking the way he delivers the lines.
Yeah. You don't get that anymore. That was straight up 80s and 90s kind of stuff there.
There's one person that does it really well, and it's Timothy Olyphant and Justified. Okay, so Justified is a show where he's like kind of like a badass cowboy type detective, basically. Not a detective, he's a lawman, but in a modern like society. And so he walks into his room, and this guy is like about to draw, and he goes, you draw your gun, I'll put you down. And he's like he's like fiddling, he's like, if you draw, I will put you down. And then so finally he's like trying to talk him out of it, and then he pulls it and he shoots him. Oh God! Like, and kills him. And then he stands over him and he's like, I told you if you drew, I'd put you down. And he's like, says it totally deadpan, and it's so funny. Like, I love it. Yeah. It's about a little, you know, Kentucky like minor town, like top vibe, and all these people are like trashy white people that you know, from the like the deep south. Oh God! And so I love that show. Yeah, we rewatched it like 3 times. Every time anybody's like, I haven't seen it, I'm like, okay, I got all the DVDs. Like, let's have a marathon. Oh God! But yeah, that show and Psych, I'll watch 100 times.
I started going back, like you were talking about different generations watching different shows. Yeah, I started going back and watching the original Star Trek again.
Oh yeah.
And like, that's something that can't be aired today, I don't think.
It's too not, I wouldn't say boring. Like today's people that are used to like grandiose type plots and stuff,
action,
would be bored.
Yeah.
Cuz some of the episodes are like a slice of life on the ship. You know, it's just like, oh yeah, well we're having
barbecue night on Thursday.
Yeah, or it's kind of it's almost kind of like The Office a little bit, how it's like a slice of life, but there happens to be aliens and there happens to be other worlds.
Yeah.
And so I don't think a lot of people can get past that point. Yeah. But the movies take it to a different level.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my Star Trek, is the movies. Because I didn't watch the original series, like OG Star Trek, until way after I'd seen like half the movies.
There's the thing I think wouldn't age well is the womanizing. There's a lot of womanizing on it. And then, like, you could tell that, like, it was made back in the day when, you know, certain things were okay and that aren't like, okay now.
What's her name? She was, like, the first, like, predominant African-American lady. Like,
Lahura.
Yeah. And so, you know, that was... And they just... they didn't even make a big deal of it. They just put her out there and we're like, okay. And then there was kind of like some homo, like what do they call it, homo sapien, like alien, like love triangle type things, which were different racial things that weren't, like, if it was a white guy and a black girl, it would be weird, but then they broke down that barrier too. And so, like, it was cool. Like, there was some gay stuff that they put out there that was like, there was some gay tension. Yeah. And they never really said, okay, these guys are gay. Yeah. But you kind of just got the hint looking back. And it's so cool that they weren't like, oh, we're doing this, forcing it. Yeah. Like saying, oh yeah, well, she's an African American and she's going to be the star. Yeah. It was just like, no, that's her role. Yeah. And then so I mean, it was really cool how they kind of did that. Absolutely. They broke down so many barriers and were the first to do so many different things.
Absolutely.
And it was in space, so people weren't like offended by it. Yeah. It's so funny. It's like, oh yeah, that doesn't count. It's on a ship. what that guys used to say in college, so like making the gay jokes, and then they'd be like, oh, it's not gay because we're on a cruise and we're in international waters or something. Like, that's so stupid. Why would you even say that? Man, I swear, anybody that's ever been in like a fraternal type situation where you have like a group of guys,
there's
so
some
locker rooms or whatever, like throughout history, every one of those guys would be mortified if anybody ever knew what any one of them said.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
in joking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm so glad that there wasn't like YouTube and TikTok and Vine and video cameras on phones.
Oh,
back
dude,
then,
yeah.
Oh my god, because I was an idiot.
Yeah.
Like 90% of my childhood, I was just stupid.
Yeah.
Thought I knew everything.
Yeah. You were talking about high school and high school experiences, and yesterday we were at Pumpkins, and something reminded me of high school. So my, I guess, 9th grade year in Henrietta, Oklahoma, we were outside, and they had like this little pavilion or whatever after lunch, and you could go chill out there. And for some reason, like one group of kids started singing "Lean on Me," and like by the time the song was done,
speaking of like funny things, like experiences, when I was in 1st grade, NSYNC just dropped their debut album, and me and Justin Ferris, and I'm sorry I'm calling your name out, but it's so funny because it's and Josh and everybody in my class and Miss Brady's class, like all the boys, we were standing in line, like waiting to go into the classroom. And we were singing "God Must Have Spent a Little More Time on You."
Yeah.
And we were just like, "God must have spent," like, and singing our little 1st grade hearts out. And I just remember that like now, and I'm just like, "Oh my god, how horrific, is that thought of us all like singing off key probably."
Well.
But and somebody's like, on you, like that little part, and it was so funny. But I can't believe I remembered that not too long ago, and I was telling Megan about it, and it just kind of unfroze my brain about that.
Man, at least y'all had like the young or the age as an excuse to be doing that.
Yeah, yeah. It was funny though, and and then we went on a float trip, and then Tillman, he put on who was it? Anyways, it was a huge country band at the time. I can't remember their name for some reason. It'll hit me as soon as we get off here.
Yeah.
But he played that CD the entire way there, and it was like it was up at Tahlequah, so it was like 3 hours or whatever. And so I heard that, and then we heard it all the way back home, or we were going to, and then I think my dad threw it out the window.
Did he really?
Or like hid it from him or something. But it'd been funny if he broke it and said, "Oh yeah, it played so much that the radio."
The record ate it. Huh?
Yeah. but I mean those songs still today, I'll hear them and I'm like, for the first 2 seconds, I'm like, oh, because it's funny how music will bring you back to a certain thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me and Megan were driving home from Norman the other day after dashing, or I think it was yesterday when we got groceries, talking about different concerts and how I was listening to little angsty music and she was listening to like Godsmack and like all these like heavier bands.
Speaking of heavier bands,
anyways, go ahead.
Yesterday I got into a mood to where I wanted to hear something heavy. And so I told Spotify to play heavy metal covers of songs.
Yeah.
That did not disappoint. It was like the dumbest covers.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They had WAP, and then they had like a whole bunch of other ones that were just like...
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love when punk goes rock or whatever, when it's like, it'll be like thrash metal playing like Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah.
Or Justin Bieber. It's pretty funny. I think Hotline Bling by I can't even remember who sings it now. I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool.
That's kind of creepy. That's like something you'd see at the opening of a cult or something.
But anyways, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, I like that version better than the original.
Yeah.
Which is I never would have thought that. But All right, guys, we're gonna go work for a little while, make some money so things don't get turned off, and the usual bill thing. But
if you would like to help us make some money, get on Patreon and donate there.
Yeah, okay, so Patreon's cool because say you want a hat, right? You can go to the tier of that hat, pay a one-time payment, and then as soon as it goes through, go to the Patreon page and cancel your subscription. And that way, you still get your merch, but you're not paying for that tier monthly.
And if you're the first 10 people, I believe is what we agreed on, to get
we'll
a
sell
hat,
you our souls.
We'll sell you our souls, and we'll sign your hat for you. So, a little extra benefit.
And if you're desperate for friendship, for $10, we'll both come hang out at your house for an hour.
Oh God.
We'll sit on your couch and eat your potato chips.
Yeah. Could you imagine that being a tier? That'd be so horrible.
Yeah, just come in and eat all of your Tostitos.
Yeah. Or Doritos.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah.
Or just sit in our underwear and eat all your chips. And
that changed really fast. I don't know about sitting in my underwear.
Well, I mean, you're going to be doing that at home anyway, so I figured you might as well get paid for it.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, check out the new episode. We got two Janelles on there too, Janelle Montgomery.
She was fun. Yeah. She was absolutely fun.
I would love to have almost all of our guests back on.
I think, like, whenever we get completely caught back up,
yeah,
I think it'd be cool to have, like, a wheel, and we have everyone's name on the wheel, and we spin it, and we get one person's name, and then we spin it again, we get another person's name, and we have both those guests on the same episode.
Yeah, kind of like a round table type
exactly.
thing.
Could you imagine, like, Janelle and then, like, Bad Year, or, like,
I wouldn't put them two together.
Well, I'm just, or, like, Kendall and Bad Year.
Oh, God. I think Buffalo and Bad Year would be pretty awesome. But we appreciate all the views, all the likes.
Oh, dude.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Everything helps us. Anything that you can do that doesn't cost you a dime, but just takes a little bit of your time, will help us out in the future. It helps us do what we love. Absolutely. So we appreciate all of it. And so just keep your eye out for the next episode whenever that drops in 2 weeks or so. And we'll just keep pumping out content. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I think we'll catch you later.
Y'all have a great night.